I'll tell you the most influential book on me of
Yeah, yeah,
all
please,
that
please.
I've ever read. It's this book by Steven Pinker, Better
Okay.
Angels of Our Nature. The hypothesis of that book, right, is that the world is getting better, safer, nicer, more humane than it's ever been.
Oh, I have a book by this guy. So I have another book by this guy. It's about violence. The world is getting less violent over the.
This is this book. Better Angels is that book.
Ooh.
It's a book that really kind of made me think about how we only think we know what we think we know,
Yeah.
and that there is a lot under the surface.
I'm yet to read it. I think my brother got it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
because it has this razor blade on the cover, the copy that I have.
It is about violence. It lays out the statistical case in like unmistakable clarity. No one's making the case that violence does not exist today, right? That's not the case being made. The case being made is that if you are born today, you are much less likely to die from violence than you were if you were born 100 years ago. And at that point in time, you are much less likely to die of violence than 100 years before that, and 100 years before that, and so
Wow.
on into antiquity. They dig up graveyards and stuff like that, and they kind of do a statistical analysis of how many people died by violence compared to how many people died natural deaths, how many people died prematurely. Because again, one of the points of the book is that you're more likely to live a long and healthy life.
It's a very thick book, right?
It's a very thick book,
Yeah.
but it's an easy read. It's not a difficult read.
Like if I'm not into stats, because I picked it up once and I'm like, hey, this is cool, but I'll read it sometime else. Why should I go back to it?
Read the first 100 pages and then let it go after that,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because the most of the argument is laid out in the first 100 pages. After that, it's then mostly getting into deeper evidence and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
If after you read the first 100 pages you feel like keep going, keep going. If you don't, if you're like,
Nice.
okay, I got the argument, then you can let it go at that point.
Nice, 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 nice.